Alright, let's just, okay, sorry. 14. Just a number, yet the meaning behind it holds so much. 14, that's the age that everything changed for me. I came down to Provo from Ogden because my aunt was in hospital suffering with blood clots, and my family wanted to be close to her. We were so afraid of losing her, but we didn't. And if it weren't for this miracle, I wouldn't be standing before you today. 13. That was the number of schools I'd been to prior to attending Tautiyana High School. Whew. Our family was constantly moving around, and I begged my mom to let me stay at TU for all 4 years so I could finally make friends. When I got here, I was scared. The cheerleaders greeted me as I stepped into the auditorium for the first time, and everyone was so happy to see each other, talking about their late summer nights in the boys' and kids. You know what I'm talking about. And as for me, I sat with my family, hoping to one day make friends like they seem to be. As the year passed by, I attended dance classes and I started to make friends. I felt amazing being in an atmosphere where everyone enjoyed the same thing as I did and was passionate for. Upon meeting those friends, they introduced me to their friends, which led me to make even more, and I started to be happy. You have brains in your head. It's clearly a fact, but sometimes you don't feel that way. When you start slipping up in your classes, and you start to see F's show up on your paper from those late nights you've been working, we all have these doubts and we feel like we're alone. But when you start to venture into the unknown and try new things, the potential results will be worth it in the end. Your brain is the most important tool you can ever use. You have feet in your shoes, but do you always have shoes on your feet? At times we find ourselves barefoot. We don't have the cushion of the shoes to support us in the times of need, or even the laces to hold yourself up when life becomes chaotic. But if you search for the right pair of shoes, you're able to walk through life with enough comfort to reach your goals. What kind of shoes do you wear? Maybe they're cleats, point shoes, or even the newest pair of Jordans you've been saving up for with those 35 hours you're putting in every week. In these shoes we wear today, we take the necessary steps toward our dreams, and we find ourselves on the same path to celebrate the best accomplishment we have all made thus far, together. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. Any direction? Yes, any direction. I found that out the hard way as I swerved into every cone on the driver's range. And I somehow managed to get my license. That's about it. And then my parents let me drive their car. And I felt so cool. I was riding around. When I say, you know what I'm talking about? Music blasting. And I felt like I was the coolest person in the whole entire time. And with that goal set in Malibu, I felt like I really could go anywhere. One day, that all changed. By a series of unfortunate events, I found myself living in the homeless shelter. I was embarrassed, ashamed, and lost. In place of that shiny car was the city bus that I rode every day to work. In those times, I thought that I wouldn't even be able to graduate. I'm a very prideful person and I didn't want to reach out for help. But if I truly wanted to graduate and keep going in the direction of my dreams, I had to. And from there I did. I looked for safety in my friendships, and I looked for help in my teachers, and surprisingly they did just what I doubted. They helped me. They understood that when life gets hard, you need a safety net, and in those moments they were able to provide that. Where would I be if I had never stepped through the halls of Tautiyana High School? I don't know. If I would have gone the path that was so tempting, I probably wouldn't even be alive to tell you the story. With perseverance and courage, you can truly achieve anything. From being those scared freshmen, we are now proud graduates. And no matter what life tosses at you, no matter what background you come from, you can either turn those experiences into great knowledge or great defeat. Once you step out of the doors today and out into the world, you're on your own, you know what you know, and you're going full decide to go. Now let's get it, class of 20.